Welcome our viewers to this show. We are always grateful and always glad that you are here to join us. Remember that this shows it involves beyond the headlines. We are here now to discuss some of the main issues ambazo zimekuwa zikifanyika in our nation, what has been happening, just try to come and analyze them and try to see now what has been happening. So welcome so much, and I'm joined by Kim. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Salimia watazamaji wetu.
Good morning viewers. Good morning everybody. Yes. I'm delighted to be here again at Mizpah Tv.
Yes.
To try and look at what is behind our headlines. And right here at home in Nakuru, we've had some insecurity issues that we would like to relay to the authorities.
Okay.
We've had one of our activists, be Daisy Acheng, who was allegedly abducted.
Yes.
Then left for death, but luckily good Samaritans took her to, is it Afra Maternity Hospital, where she has been taken care of, and we expect that in a moment she'll be discharged. Again at Barnabas Pipeline, we've had one businessman shot dead by a gang of I think 6. So they approached him when he was closing down his shop and eliminated him. These are issues that are not auguring well with Nakurians, and we pray and petition the government to at least relook into some of these issues. Pipeline requires at least at Mwariki Police Station, if the Inspector General of Police, Bwana Douglas Kaja, can honor us with a modern vehicle to be positioned in that particular, in Mwariki Police Station. I think the people of Pakawa area and the likes will be a delighted lot. I'm saying this because there is a huge outcry. I think whatever used to happen in Shabab now has shifted to Pipeline, and it's not a very good thing. So Bwana Maina Wanyaitoga, I think we have relayed your message. People of Barnabas and Pipeline, we condole with you as you mourn the loss of that great businessman.
So thank you so much for bringing to the limelight. Najua wewe ni mtu wa community. Sasa lazima ukifika hapa wanaona bwana, kwa nini ulienda kwa TV ukupeleka maneno yetu pale? So we are really hoping that the concerned authorities wataweza kusikia, kwa sababu kumekuwa na so much insecurity in you know, within. And something needs to be done. Why? Kwa nini kunakuwa na so much insecurity? Is it the equipment? Is it the society itself? Because unajua pia crime huwa inachangiwa pia na the society, the economic factors ambazo ziko pale. So we are really hoping that something needs to be done.
We are also hoping that the speed with which they react will be the same as the one they used to when they were looking for the suspects who killed Kasipur MP. So we are hoping that something will be done. Na so kuna mambo ambayo yamekuwa yakiendelea. You know, the whole of this week tumeona kumekuwa na mambo ya housing, tumekuwa na seal, the government seal. Kwanza ni vizuri pia watazamaji waweze kuexplain hiyo seal inafanya kazi namna gani, kwa nini hiyo issue imekuwa raised so much. Kuna issue pia ya deportation, kuna watu wetu huku nafikiria nasikia ati kama walienda kuchokoza kidogo kule kwa majirani. Even had our gather yake shogo be mother wa Garikarua deported from Tanzania.
So all those issues we are going now to try and see them kwa ile time ambayo tuko nayo. But the issue of housing I think to what now housing peke yake haiko in Nairobi, because iko in other areas, iko in other counties, kuna
including here in Nakuru.
Kama Bahati iko hapa, kuna other counties ambazo ziko pale. So tuliona the president akilaunch the housing project kule Mukuru, and he was so happy. The president was so happy because alisema finally ile dream yake ambayo alikuwa nayo ya kuona yule mwananchi pale amefanya nini, that is imeweza kutimilika. And you know, it was easy for him to launch the project because the project kianza alikuwa deputy president. So wakati aliingia aliweza kuinitialize na kuweza nao sasa kuweza kuitimiza. So actually for the first time hata niliona his face changed. He was so happy.
It was a great delight for him. So he has been bombarded left, right and center politically, especially having heaped a number of promises that he made to Kenyans when he was getting to presidency. But we are delighted too when we see some of the promises becoming now fulfilled. And this is a platform that I have always told the opposition. William Ruto is not any small boy that you are competing against. He knows the game. He knows that he has made promises to Kenyans, and he knows where it touches Kenyans most. And I was very delighted to see the people of Nakuru-Kenya turn up in good numbers, fill up that particular building where he was doing the launch. And I imagined what kind of a Kenya we can have if all our slums could be replaced with such a beautiful buildings, modern houses. That's the goal, that is the prayer of every Kenyan, to live a dignified life. And if that was really the goal of affordable housing program, I think Kenyans have come to appreciate the results. And we pray that money be availed, money be spent well, so that the program continues. Yes, it bites Kenyans here and there because of the housing levy, but if we can see the results, Kenyans have no issue with having deductions from their salaries, from their pay slips and the like. Yes, the opposition will jump up and down and claim that the pay slips have been hurt. They have always been hurt, and they've always been hurt. And we are not going backwards. We are not going to diminish the amount of money that employees are going to get deducted, and the money goes to government functions. But our delight is when that money goes to the right functions, like it has happened to with affordable housing. And we are very delighted, and we thank the president, and we ask him to fast track that particular move and make sure that all the affordable housing projects across the country are finished, and we have Kenyans occupying those houses, so that by the time you are getting to 2027, the occupants of all those houses will be his voters.
And you have said a very good thing, it is only Kenyans. So you should not complain, because nilikuwa meona pia some of the people walikuwa nasema wale watu ambao wako pale hatuwajui and so forth and so forth. Na hizi units they cannot accommodate everyone. Na pia ziko in phases.
Actually, if we can manage to move people from the slums into those affordable housing, then the space that they live in the slums, we upgrade the slums into another set of affordable housing. With that move, we only require 3-4 years, and we are done with the affordable housing, and every Kenyan smiles along the roads because of living a dignified life.
So we are saying grateful to that project. And we are really hoping that even the other counties wataweza kukamilisha those projects. Kuna kitu ambayo inaitwa the government seal. And imekuwa ikileta a lot of controversial issues. Because according now to the ages of our constitution, to in our nation, the seal has always been with the AG. So the reason as to why it with the AG, and the reason as to why right now it may raise a lot of questions as to why it moved now from the office of the AG to now the office now of the head of the civil servant. Na unajua hii sheria ilipitishwa kwa parliament, because there is no way now, it seems like it is something that you can move from one place to another, but lazima kuwe kuna sheria ambayo iko pale. So
I think it has raised quite some debate. The issue of the public seal, which has been in the custody of the Attorney General since we got independence, and that is according to the Constitution as well. And I remember the previous Attorney General, Justin Muturi, had raised issues about some people trying to interfere with the custody of that particular seal, plus its uses, because it is only used when key government decisions are being made, and it is the evidence that the Kenyan government was involved in the deal. And I think Bwana, is this the government spokesperson, Bwana Mwaura, I'm afraid, because he's a person living with disability like myself, and we expect that those few of us that have gotten government positions, that they use the opportunity well, so that we are seen as people who are able differently. But when we are given positions, we execute with a lot of dignity and professionalism. But what we are getting from the government spokesperson is not anything that we need to copy or emulate. Bwana Samuel Mwaura once told us that the government seal is with the chief of staff, who happens to be the head of public service, Bwana Koskei. Then in a sudden turn of events, he goes back and tells us, no. Even the law was not changed, as he had said previously. We are still at the Constitution, which requires that the seal be at the residence, be at the custody of the Attorney General. And as we are speaking, the seal is in the custody of the Attorney General. So we are wondering, is it confusion? Is it lack of truth? Is he really being honest in whatever which one do we believe? Whatever he said in the morning, or whatever he says after consuming some sumptuous lunch?
Because I can see here, the government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura has withdrawn his earlier statement about the custody of the public seal, clarifying that it is within the office of the Attorney General. So it is he himself clarifying what he already said.
I'm fearing that Mwaura may not spend an extra day in that high office. And remember, he is highly placed. He operates from the highest office on the of the land, under the executive office of the president. And from our expectations as Kenyans is that he tells us nothing but the truth. But when he tells us a truth in the morning that is different from the truth that he tells in the evening, he keeps on withdrawing and retracting his words. I don't think Mwaura deserves that particular job, and it's high time he got fired.
Okay, so that is your own comment.
True.
And also at the same time, if you can do a reference of those people who have held those offices. That is one of the sensitive office.
It's a very sensitive office.
We have always seen that you give the information as per the government, alignment, the government, checkpoints, and that is one of the office that you cannot stumble on any statement, and even a single word,
and or especially the subject matter. We are talking of a seal. And it is coming at a time when a lot of allegations are coming from the opposition. Remember the remarks by Rigathi Gachagua that certain forests have been intruded, and some buildings are coming up in some forests. Who knows whether the seal maybe even left the hands of the Attorney General and even the Chief of Staff and went to some hands that we cannot trust. And maybe certain instruments of power other than the seal have also left the rightful offices. I think Mwaura and any other occupant of such an office requires to carry the dignity that office deserves. We do not expect him to give half-truths. We do not expect him to keep retracting his words. That is an office whose statement is to be believed by Kenyans at any one particular moment. And it's to give direction. It's to tell us the status of the country and the leadership of the country.
Could you say that there are some people who are failing the president? Because if such a person can come out today say a certain statement, because we know that's why to corner the government spokesperson, to corner the state house, spokesperson. So these people, they give now a very correct and very informative information that is needed. Because ukiangalia now his story, he may let a lot of confusion. Because people now are worried if that seal venye iko. So what else could nini ingine ambayo inaweza maybe kuwa
inafanyika, we don't know. So I think I saw Bwana Dennis Itubi try to push Mwaura from the front of when they were launching the affordable housing, and this could tell me that there are some elements within the leadership of the country that are failing the president. I've also seen the MD, Kenya Ports Authority, in pain to explain how they have lost 100 billion plus. The president is struggling to get money so that he can finish the affordable housing program, so that he can continue empowering Kenyans, so that he can continue uplifting the boda and mama boga. But somebody is busy defrauding the Kenyan government of such humongous amount of money.
Billions.
I think these people, Bwana President, you need to show them the door. Let's see their heels outside their offices. So you have more qualified and credible Kenyans whose dignity is to be upheld. And I think those are the people who are deserving those particular jobs, not those people who are letting you down every now and then. You deserve a smoother term.
Because we have seen it, now we are hoping that something is going to be addressed.
Definitely.
And wale wapo watu wamepata opportunity, they should use it very well.
Exactly.
So another story, tumekuwa na issues ambayo tumekuwa tukiona pale over the activists. We saw that kuna activists walijaribu kuingia kule Tanzania. The former Chief Justice Maraga, succeed kuingia. Kuna the former pia Chief Justice pia hakuweza kuingia pale, na other activists ambao walikuwa pale na Martha Karua hawakuweza kuenda pale. What was it, nini hii ilikuwa so much important that all of them they had now to go to that nation?
I think when it comes to visiting a foreign country, and especially within our East African region, I think we need to also be sensitive about the times within which we are visiting and in the intentions. Because Tanzania will have an election this November, year November. So they are already in a sensitive campaign mode and electioneering mode. So I think those who are getting there needed to have given information, prior information about the intention of their visit there. Well, I don't think the intention was wrong, because according to what we've gathered is that Martha Karua and her team Gloria Kimani and Lynn Ngugi had gone there so that they could appear in court. Not even to contribute. And they had done that previously. So I think that it was to bring the kind of issues that it has brought. The presence of Boniface Mwangi, the presence of Willy Mutunga, these are activists who are known, and they only come in. They have only come in when the human rights have been infringed. And we haven't seen them interfere with the functions of any country previously. So I think it's the timing plus the sensitivity of the time within which they were visiting our neighboring country Tanzania. But the kind of reaction that we saw was not that kind, because we did not expect somebody of the cadre and the caliber of Mother Wangari Karua. She's been known in her field, and like Edwin Sifuna would explain, that lawyers from advocates from within our borders, or rather could cross our borders, whatever they were calling cross-border kind of performance. And we expect to nurture, we expect to really weed out and continue cultivating a good relationship between us and our neighboring countries, especially within the East African region, so that at least we can fulfill the dreams of our forefathers. Julius Kabarage Nyerere, Jomo Kenyatta, and the like wished to have a cohesive East Africa that would grow and appetize the rest of Africa to unite together. At such moments when we already have the African king, Bwana Traore, I think it's high time we started cultivating that kind of friendship, that kind of a good relationship between our neighboring countries and Africa at large, so that we can be respected. It's a high time that the West, the East, thought of Africa as a giant, and we are headed there. You can remember our very president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, when he visited the US. He was given credible respect, a respect that we deserve as Kenyans. I think this is what we need to maintain, that respect, and if we can maintain that, we're gonna get where we belong. I also didn't like the way the Foreign Affairs Minister behaved. He appeared to be so much pro-Tanzania. We expected him to at least, first of all, say that, no, release our man, he's ours. Huyu ni wetu, ni Mkenya mwenzetu. Release him tafadhali, kwanza mrelease, then hayo mambo mengine tutashughulikia. But he appears to side with Samia Suluhu for a moment, then appears now he was also we expect first of all to be Kenyan. Aonyeshe uzalendo wetu kwanza na mapenzi yake kwa Wakenya before he could extend a hand to Bwana Samia Suluhu, who again, fellow Kenyans, have not been very kind to. I'm not really liking the kind of images that I'm seeing on the TikTok and the like. Let's respect these people when they are in leadership. One of these fine days, you who is doing this will be in a position of leadership, and your kids, your relatives will be watching, and they will not expect such. So why not do the right thing for those who are in office? Tomorrow you'll be there, so namwache wivu. Kuna wengine wanafanya hivi kwa sababu ya wivu. I'm not a president, she's a female president. She just became president because the president died. You know, she is the president of Tanzania.
In regardless of any circumstance. And in regard now to that statement, let us respect our leaders. And also at the same time, it is also a high time that we should now see our Foreign Affairs Ministry defending us. Then the rest of the issues, because it is always good now. You know, issue to also in other nations. They defend their people completely, and then now wanajaribu now kuja kufanya analyzation in regardless of whatever the circumstance that was there. At the same time, still according now to the way now you have raised that issue, we should also now see on the issues of timing. Because kama saizi they are doing the election. So kuna very sensitive issues ambazo ziko pale, the issues of insecurity, incitement, and so many other issues ambazo ziko pale. Then at the same time pia Kenyans hata si tunajulikana na ujuaji fulani. So sometimes tunaweza kuwa tunaenda overboard na pia kuna ile fear ambayo tuna inside kule tukienda in other nations pale. So people now should know their timings, they should also now respect them, because the same way hata sisi wakati tuko na uchaguzi hatutakagi mambo mengi sana, because that is the only moment that that we have now of changing. That is the only moment that we have.
Yes.
Because that moment they now sasa ina factors on some years ambazo
I actually remember we've not been unique in this particular case.
Yes.
We once received the Aturu Sagarisian and Aturu Magarian, and we did not behave nicely to them.
Yes.
So why are we expecting Tanzania to behave nicely to foreigners who are coming during a time of election? I also remember prior to 2022 elections, we had issues about foreigners coming to our country. I remember the issues of Jose Kamarugo and group, and it's still a debate, a huge debate within our country.
Yes.
So let's not feel unique. Let's not feel like we are peculiar. This is a situation that we have been into, and we did not behave the way we are expecting Tanzania to behave to our dear friends, Mother Wangari Karua and the team. But all the same, let us nurture, let's cultivate a good environment within which the neighboring country will live cohesively and gain from each other. Si Kemodho akienda Tanzania na yeye ameenda biashara, tena tunasikia ameshikwa huko, ama Mtanzania akija hapa Kenya tena tunasikia amedhulumiwa ama ameshikwa mateka ama amerudishwa kwao. And next time Tanzania, when you deport Boniface Mwangi, I hope you will not have the opportunity again. Kindly pay for his air ticket. Let him not use the road.
I saw yesterday he said he used the, he was
left at
but
the
unajua now
border,
when you are being deported, they have now the initiative of deporting you in any other way that they can. In any other, because kuna ile the law deportation.
Exactly.
Yes.
And next time don't squeeze him. He's not working. I don't know what you've done to that boy of ours.
We don't know.
Next time don't do it.
We are yet now to confirm. But the issue is we still have the East African Parliament.
Exactly.
So we need also to see the issue being discussed there, because we have the parliaments, parliamentarians from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and the other nation. So they need now to come out and discuss this issue.
Sure.
They need also now to bring out now to the timeline very correctly, so that if a genuine person anaenda Tanzania or Uganda, that person should not be harassed.
Yes.
Such because now he comes from Kenya and bearing the identity of other people ambao walikuwa wamekuja pale.
Exactly.
Because we still now need to trade. Bado kuna biashara lazima zifanyike pale.
True.
Bado kuna pia kuna mtu atataka kwenda holiday kule. So something needs to be done.
True.
And it is also high time that we should do things now responsibly.
And again, it's a time we appreciated the growth of our democracy and the growth in our laws that govern our country. In Tanzania, it's against it's not a human right in Tanzania to just appear and represent somebody in court. Here in Kenya, we are enjoying those rights and freedoms, and we thank those who cultivated that. The Raila Amolo Odingas, the Robias of the time, the Kibwanas of the day, and even those who are doing it even today, who are cultivating and ensuring that our constitution gets even richer. I think it's an issue of difference in enjoying our freedoms. Those freedoms do not exist in Tanzania. They are not there even in Uganda. So let's clap for Kenya. Let's enjoy. Let's delight in the kind of country that we have, at the advancements we've done constitutionally and even concerning our human rights.
So thank you so much.
Sure.
We have tried now to see now the highlights that have been there.
Exactly.
It is also good also now to have information, be informed in the newspaper, in the news. You can also even visit the some of the government offices. Just try to go and get the correct information that is needed, and also let us also act responsibly, even on the social media. Because it is always good to have respect on our leaders. So as we wind up, we can say something.
I'm very delighted. I saw Nakuru as our county got rewarded. We have a bronze medal because of our aggression in terms of mainstreaming agriculture, ensuring that the entire supply chain within agriculture is good, is well taken care of. So I want to commend those who are in leadership, Bisusa Nikihika, the governor, and the Minister for Agriculture and his two CEOs. Thank you, good job. Let's continue doing so and extend the same to our neighboring counties, because agriculture contributes to our food safety. And if if we get it right in agriculture, we get it right everywhere else.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming to the show. I also want to say thank you also
the
for
delight is all mine.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Thank you also for our viewers. Thank you for joining us, for being with us. You can always leave your comment there so that now we can discuss and harmonize each and everything that is going on. So have a blessed day. Thank you.